Next year will mark the 80th anniversary of one of the key dates of World War II, the D-Day landings in 1944, and a series of events will take place to honour the remaining veterans.
One of them, a man named David Teacher, has just celebrated his 100th birthday this month at a care home in Greater Manchester. Jamie Cumming has been to meet him.
Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
Hey! David Teacher, one of the very last D-Day veterans left in the UK, turns 100. And perhaps he is one of the most modest World War II veterans. David, take me back. D-Day. You were there.
At first we were a little bit apprehensive because we didn't know what to expect. But once we got involved in what we had to do, it became more or less simple, a doddle. And we waved through it without too much trouble. Mainly because we had a wonderful Air Force, and anything that came within any miles of the beach was shot down.
You say it was a doddle, but there were bombs falling at your feet.
Oh, it was worse than bombs, they were machine guns. I mean, there were men, but I say men, there were boys falling at our feet. I don't know, we seemed to overcome it very well, very easily.
The D-Day landings were far from a doddle, laying the very foundations for an Allied victory.
David's D-Day was driving a Bedford QL, a 3.5-ton truck, off a landing craft into very deep water. He didn't know whether he was going to even get through the water, never mind get to the beach, and he didn't know what was going to happen on the beach. They were bombed every night. They were shelled every day. A German aircraft flew so low he could see the pilot's face, and a bomb dropped at their feet, but didn't explode.
David was lucky to live. His best friend, not so. He was shot dead on the day of the landings. But in front of one of the Bedford vans which took David on to Juno Beach, he was presented with a card from the King.
On behalf of His Majesty the King, it gives me great pleasure to present you with your birthday card to celebrate your 100th birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Every year has been something different and something to appreciate it. It's been a fantastic life.
100, not out.
Much better than civilian life.
Absolutely extraordinary. And if you have the time to listen to his stories of the things he experienced during World War II, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And it's so important we hear these stories because
there aren't many of the World War II veterans left anymore. That's our challenge.
But there are some events he can't bear to talk about. One, driving through a concentration camp months before the end of the war. Could you tell me about that?
No.
You'd rather not?
I'd rather not. Too horrible.
At his birthday party were his children and grandchildren, the only person missing, his wife Nancy. And you were married for 76 years.
Yes.
To the love of your life.
Yes.
How did you meet Nancy?
As a dance. We were walking up the steps and I looked over and I stopped and I said, "That's the girl I'm going to marry." And she said, "You must be joking." I said, "No, that is the girl I'm going to marry."
And you did?
And eventually I did. I miss her a great deal.
He was a famous trumpet from the Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play.
It sounds like you've led a remarkable life.
Absolutely. Enjoyed every minute. Every minute of my life has been out of this world. But I've not wasted a lot of my time. Done a few useful things.
A few useful things? The D-Day landings, Battle of the Bulge. One of the few remaining veterans who played an integral part in defeating the Nazis. Been an honour talking to you.
Pleasure.
Happy birthday, David. Jane McCubbin, BBC News.
A man who's made excellent use of his time. Always made good use of his time, he said. Never wasted a minute. Great.
Slightly belated happy birthday.
Yes, it was yesterday, wasn't it, his birthday? He was 100 yesterday.